All right. Thomas, thanks for joining me here. Glad you could make it. So,
How's it going?
how was the drive in? I see you clearly had to travel far.
Dealt with a little traffic, but besides that, it was pretty good.
Excellent, excellent. So, you are looking to join us here at the restaurant. What about our restaurant makes you want to join our staff and squad?
Um, Couple things. I've eaten here a few times. I've really enjoyed the food, but besides the food, I had really good service as well. Figured it was a good environment to be in. I felt I'd be a great fit for the role, and guess that's why I'm here now.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm glad to hear you've had good experiences with us, and we like to think that we our staff is very friendly and cordial to all our guests. So I'm glad that it has made you want to join us here at the restaurants. So since you are interested in joining us here, describe a time in which you had to deal with an unruly guest and how you resolved that issue.
Oh boy. Um, well, start with for example, there was a time I had a guest, a little bit impatient when waiting for their food. So I wrote the appetizer down wrong, which they weren't too happy about. Brought it out, got a couple complaints about their food being wrong. Went back to the kitchen and I figured it'd only be right if I gave them a discount or just took it off their bill. So I ended up taking it off their bill, and I think that kind of solved the issue right then and there because I mean, what's better than free food, right?
You're not wrong there. And in this industry, and as in any industry, mistakes do happen. So it's I'm glad you were able to get that resolved pretty quickly. So next, then describe a time in which you had a disagreement with a coworker and how you resolved it, because those can be a little bit tougher since you know the person.
Yeah, those can be tricky. You don't want that kind of atmosphere in a place that you're working if your coworkers are disagreeing. Um, about a year ago, I was working at Biaggi's back in Madison, and I had we split tips there. So, um, I felt as if I was doing a little bit more than they were, and clearly I was making quite a bit more in tips than they were, and we got to a disagreement. I figured I was doing too much, they were doing too little. Figured it was only right I get the money that I made, and I know that wasn't how the rules were set at the restaurant. I knew beforehand we were splitting tips, so it was honestly my fault, the fact that I was getting upset, um, that we had to split tips, but we worked it out. We had a civil conversation, talked about just sharing the workload, like it's not fair for one person to be doing more than the other. So we worked it out. It all worked out fine. We were great again, and problem was solved.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, don't worry, we don't split tips here. You earn the money that you earn, so
Great.
don't worry too much about that. And another big thing in the restaurant industry is being as hospitable and essentially human towards your guests. A lot of people don't want you to just see you as their waiter. They sometimes want to see you as a friend or someone to enjoy their help and them enjoy their evening. So describe a situation in which you went above and beyond for a guest.
Sorry, you cut out there for a second. Could you repeat that?
Yeah. So in the industry, many people who come to dine see you as a part of their evening, not just someone who is serving them food. So describe a situation in which you went above and beyond for a guest.
Ooh, boy, do I love doing that. It's my specialty right there.
Excellent.
Um,
Glad to hear it.
I'd say one of my favorite things to do, going above and beyond for a guest is, it's pretty easy to tell when someone has a birthday. Their face lights up. everybody's happy to be there. So I love bringing guests a little gift for their birthday, whether that be scoop of ice cream, little molten lava cake, cookie, something like that. I just love seeing the smile on their face when I feel like it just makes their birthday just that much better. So
Excellent. Yeah, we typically do a free dessert for people on their birthday here, so sure that anyone
perfect.
would look forward to it. And then
Yeah.
lastly, the service industry has a very high turnover rate. So I'm just wondering, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Um, I hope to see myself still in the business industry, preferably the service industry. Um, I just want to help a business grow and expand, hopefully be in a managerial position. Um, as far as that, I'd also love to help my coworkers also go above and beyond expectations. Not only do I want to see myself succeed, but the others around me. So if not that, I just hope to be helping others out at some point. So
Excellent. Well, there is plenty of room for growth here, and if business keeps going the way it is, it sounds like you could definitely move on up pretty quickly. So that's all
good
the
to hear.
questions I have for you. Is there anything you have for me?
Yes. I'm curious about what would you say your employees like most about working here?
I'd say the thing that they probably like the most is the people that they work with. I think that is essential with any job, is you have to get along with your coworkers, and I think that reason we tend to not have such a high turnover rate at our place is that people tend to get along, and the guests who do come in see them as people, not just servers. We built a very good climate around that. So I think that, and of course, to be a little frank, the money is not too bad either.
Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work.
Indeed, it does.
Um, what would you say your company's goals are for this upcoming year, besides growth?
So besides growth, and say we always strive to be recognized and acknowledged by the community and the folks who do come in. We like to think of ourselves as a neighborhood restaurant, but also a place where those who want to enjoy a nice evening out can come as well. We really do enjoy when we get to know our guests, when they want to come back and want to experience not just the food, but the atmosphere that we provide them, as well as the service.
Perfect. Love to hear that.
Perfect. Any other
Um,
questions you have for me?
not off the top of my head.
Excellent. Well, I don't think I have anything else for you. So I just want to thank you for coming in, or coming on, I guess, in this scenario.
Yep.
But we will, it was, did an excellent job, and we will get back to you as soon as we have made a decision.
Well, thank you for having me. I hope to hear back from you.
Sounds good. Take care now.
You too.